And if you travel about 2 hours outside of D.C., you might hear music in the air from an unusual place. Luray Caverns is one of the largest and most famous cave systems in the world. And as TBD segment producer Whitney Bright shows us, it's also home to an incredible underground instrument.
It's the only one of its kind in the world. Leland W. Sprinkle invented the organ, first played in 1957. He came through on a tour and he saw that the stalactites are musical by nature. They used to tap on them to show people that. And being an engineer and a musician, he came up with the idea of why not make an organ using nature's music.
It's only 37 notes, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 37 notes in 3 octaves are enough to play any song you want to play. The organ can be played in 2 fashions. One, certainly from the 4-manual console. It is played on a regular basis with an automated system that operates very similar to a child's music box.
So what that does is send an electrical impulse out to those silver boxes, which then sends voltage out to the solenoids that strike the stalactites. Everything we do, we have to build. We don't have a Stalacpipe Organ store we go to. We have to actually make everything. Daily, every morning, we test the organ to make sure it's ready to go for the tours. Bi-weekly, we have to clean the solenoids, the notes to the organ. It's in a pretty damp environment. It's totally different. It's not like working at any other place I've seen. It's kind of like an honor to actually do that.
That is cool. Would be an honor. Whitney Bright is with us right now. She was the person behind the camera. How large of an area does this take up?
Well, Luray Caverns itself is about 64 acres, which is massive, but the organ is about 3.5 acres because of the stalactites being so wide in area and all the wiring and everything.
So they're literally part of the overall instrument that's being played. How does the guy play? I mean, he can use it as the actual natural beauty of the area, or it can play by itself automatically, is that right?
Right, it can be played both ways. You know, sort of, they described it as like a child's music box, an automatic player, like a player piano.
Oh, right, right.
And it also can be played manually, you know, like a church organ.
This is in the Guinness Book of World Records too, isn't it?
It is, which is amazing. It's listed as the largest instrument in the world because of the 3.5 acres.
Incredible. Now, there have been some weddings at this place?
Yes.
I wouldn't think you could do that, but it's a great venue for a wedding.
Well, I'm not sure which came first, the name or the weddings, but people want to get married there because it's called the Cathedral Room. Right. In the caverns, and that's where the organ is also housed.
When are there times that the organ isn't being played?
Yes. Now, it usually plays every day for every tour, and it's amazing because, you know, it's been in operation for 60-some years. Right. But, you know, there are certain occasions because it's been so damp that it hasn't played. But those are only a handful of times because the maintenance has been so, you know, good. Yeah.
Whitney Bright, it's good to have you with us on the Trending Show. And this is, Luray Caverns is like an unfound little gem in our region that people can go visit. And many people didn't even know that that organ existed, let alone the history that's behind it and everything.
Really, it's a well-kept but good secret.
A great deal. Thanks, Whitney.